welcome back to my channel, Read and Escape with Nina. So today I am doing another author spotlight. And as you can see by the title and from my display here, that I'm doing an author spotlight on SA Cosby. I recently started getting into his books, maybe about I think it was earlier this year that I read Razor Blade Tears. Very good book. I did a review on it on my channel, so you can go check that out if you're interested. So I wanted to talk more about the author. And one thing about him is, like me, he is from Virginia, so that piqued my interest. He is originally from Virginia, and also most of his books take place in Virginia, which is kind of cool too. It's nice to read books and hear about cities and areas that you're already commonly familiar with because you were raised here. Um, I have my notes, just like I did for my Stephen King spotlight. I have my notes that I will be looking down and referring to because there's just some things that I don't want to forget. But he was born in Newport News in 1972, and he currently resides in Gloucester. Um, he spent most of his childhood reading, and it was his mom that actually encouraged him to write books of his own. And I'm so glad she did because look at him and um, his just from reading this one. And I'm currently reading King of Ashes. He's just good. I love his writing. His books, and just so you know, SA is stands for Sean A. So it's Sean A. Cosby. He's a crime fiction author. Most of he have like these gritty crime related thrillers that explores race, class, masculinity, and morality. Um, and I can just tell you from reading Razorblades Tears, that one definitely dips into race a lot. Um, and five of his notable books I all own. So I started out reading Razorblade Tears, loved it so much, I went and bought the other four of his books without reading anything else of his. That's how good that his writing is. That's how good the storyline was in this. I just enjoyed it. I just took the chance and I bought the rest of his books. So um Blacktop Wasteland, which you see right here. Um that is a book about a big heist where a getaway driver wants to try to just straighten out his life and do good in life, but he's pulled back into the life of crime in this one. So I'm interested in that one. Razorblade Tears, of course, I read that earlier, and that one is about two fathers, one white, one black, whose sons were murdered, and they tried to get revenge for the death of their sons who were in a gay marriage. So lots of triggers in this one, but a beautiful story. It was so beautiful. I was so sad at the end, but not like sad in a bad way. I was just, I don't know if it came together so beautifully. It just felt so wholesome, but then at the same time, I don't want to give it away. You just have to read it. It was so good. I highly recommend it. Um, then we have here All the Sinners Bleed. Let me pull it over a little bit more into the camera. This is All the Sinners Bleed, and this is a crime novel about a black sheriff confronting racism, religion, and violence in a small town. So I'm interested in that one too. I'm telling you, I'm just gonna go from King of Ashes to that. I'm just gonna go down the line and just finish them all. And then we have My Darkest Prayer, which is here. I have it leaning on this one because it's the only one that I have that's softbound. Um, but My Darkest Prayer, we're following a character who's trying to do right in the world of wrong when a preacher is found dead. So looking forward to that one. And did I go over all of them? And then the last one, um, King of Ashes, which I don't, for some reason, I don't know why I don't have it up here, but I'm currently reading this one. I did like a short introduction to this on my channel earlier, um, but it's about a family who owns a crematory, hence King of Ashes. That's how they refer to their father. He's the King of Ashes. Um, and the son got into a little bit of trouble with some people that you don't want to hang around with. And so the family becomes sucked into that to get him out of it. I'm not very far on it, but I'm enjoying it. It's a real page turner. I like the change up. I like the crime thriller that SA Cosby brings. So I'm really enjoying that. And that's why I wanted to do a spotlight on him because I think that you guys would enjoy it as well. Let's see. I do have some other things here. It looks like he might be having a new release coming soon called The Reaper. I just found that in my research. It says 2025, but it just said it's expected to continue Cosby's hard hitting crime fiction stories. So we'll see. I'll keep my eye on that. But these are the five that I own of his notable books, and I'm looking forward to reading every last one. Like I said, I've read one completely, and I'm currently reading King of Ashes, so I'll be moving on to the next ones with no problem. Um, I did want to end, like I did with my Stephen King review, I like to end with a quote from the author. I think that's like a great way to like honor them and just share, a quote from them. I like to end with that. So here's an SA Cosby quote. It is, I'm going to read it looking at my notes. It's easier to keep your head in the sand than it is to try to see things from somebody else's point of view. There's a reason why they say ignorance is bliss. I thought that was well said. I mean, and so true. Not to get too deep into it because I just like to keep things about books, but I do think there's some truth to that. Oftentimes we just want to kind of hide away from things because we refuse to see somebody else's point of view. We just only think about our own. Um, so I thought that was something to be noted in my video. So I hope you give this author a try if you haven't. And if you have, comment below and let me know what you think. I'm super excited about reading the rest of his books. And that's all I have. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.